Here's the latest version of the prayer list. Prayers for happy rebirth. All those killed by natural and man-made disasters. For all those killed by others or by their own hands. Tom Fackenthal, Michael Fanfarillo, Adeline Corpy, Richard Morrison, Sandy Van Ipperen, Ellie Wiesel, Benny the Cat, Bodhi the Mouse, Mooney the Turtle, Omchihop the Turtle, Petal the Dog, Suki the Kitty. Job search. Roseanne Barona, Travis Boone, Brian and Brandy, Joe Griffiths, Jim Kay, Bruce Miller, Lindsay Piatti, Sarai Pooja Shah, Greg Weaver, and Joe Whitley. Prayers for health and well-being. Kyabje Lama Zompa Rinpoche, Venerable Thich Nhat Hanh, Venerable Gyalten, Venerable Churki Lamo, all those harmed by natural and man-made disasters. Jerry Anderson and family. Father Pierre Oben, Jorge Aurelio, Jim Barnes, Carl Barnett, Luce and Narcissus Barona Sr., Susie Boehm, Ellie Burke, Yuki Boros, SC, Catherine Paisley Davis, Pam DeLacy, Ted Domi, Tashi Droma. Family of Michael Fanfarillo, Mary Lou Flynn, Mildred Gooch, Tracy Haas Thompson. Heather Hall and family, Christina Harrison, Frank Holt, Kenny Jackson and Buddy, Dell and Sue Johnston, Barry Judge, Helen Kasanoff, family of Adeline Corpy, Jonathan Kramer, Shanti and Kurt Latimer, Kim Lillick, Mary Lojek, Ina Lovelace, R.M., Georgia McDonald and family, Leonard Mackless, Wilbert Martin, Martin Massenberg, family and relatives of Susan McClure, Elvia Mejia and family, Bruce Miller, David Muller, Richard and Daniel Morrison, Audrey Murphy, Peter Murphy, Evan Myrtle and family, Jessica Nunley, Marie Oliver, Jay Pandya, Patti Pandya, Sheila Parker, Lindsay Piatti, Richard Potter and family, Renee Reyna, Ann Rivers, James Rowan and Teresa Creighton, Ralph Rumley, Katie Ruffle and her family, Ariana Scott, Joanne Cease, Ronnie Schumann and family, Emily Smith, Nancy Sorbet, Carolyn Sutoris, Lobsam Tupten, Dion Washington, Shay Wokowicki, Chloe Wormser, Marguerite Young, Robert Yergel, Dorja and Cadro the pigs, Fanny the dog, Luna and Draco the dogs. So Geshe-la stopped at the first point of the 7th point mind training, on the 7-point mind training. Okay, and let's see, in the, okay. So in the retreat prayer book, we are, let's see, on, I believe, I think we're on, what, LC 99? Something like that. Page 155?
We're still on LC 99.
Okay, all right. But we sort of digressed and went into the mind training details, 7-point mind training. So when Geshe-la comes in, we'll be beginning on page 27 of the Gold Prayer Book. I don't know if he's on his way, but we can get started on the praises to the 21 Taras on page 191 in the Gold Prayer Book. From your sublime abode of the Potala, O Tara, born from the green letter Tam, your crown adorned with Amitabha, action mother of the Buddhas of the 3 times. Tara, please come with your attendants. The gods and demigods bow to your lotus feet, O Tara. You who rescue all who are destitute, to you, Mother Tara, I pay homage. O my prostrate to the noble transcendent liberator, homage Tara, swift heroic, eyes like lightning instantaneous, sprung from opening stamens of the Lord of Thirwards true-born lotus, homage she whose face combines 100 autumn moons at fullest, blazing with white rays resplendent as a 1,000-star collection, Homage golden bloom and lotus, water-born and hand-adorned, giving effort calm austerities, patience meditation her sphere. Homage crown of Tathagatas, action shrined without limit, relied on by conqueror's children, having reached every perfection. Homage filling with tutare, whom desire direction and space, trampling with her feet the seven worlds, able to draw forth all beings. Homage worshipped by the All-Lord, Shaka Ani Brahma Maru, honored by the host of spirits, coursers whose Gandharvas Yaksha. Homage with her Pesa, destroying foes' magic diagrams, her free pressing left out right and blazing in a raging fireplace. Homage to her very dreadful, destroyer of Mara's champions, she with frowning lotus visage, who is sayer of all enemies. Homage at the heart her fingers, adorn her with Rijo Mujo. Light ray masses all excited, all directions wheels adorn her. Homage she so joyous radiant, crown emitting garlands of light. Mirthful laughing with tutare, subjugating Mara's devas. Homage she able to summon all earth guardians assembly, shaking frowning with her home sign, saving from every misfortune. Homage crown adorned with crescent, moon anonymous most shining. Amitabha in her hair knot, sending out much light eternal. Hamashim with wreath ablaze like unending fire abiding. Raksha flippant joys around you, troops of enemies destroying. Hamashi who strikes the ground with her palm and with her foot beats it, scaling with the letter whom the seven levels she does conquer. Homage happy, virtuous, peaceful, she whose field is peace nirvana. She endowed with Om and Soha, destroyer of the great evil. Homage she with joy surrounded, tearing foes' bodies asunder, freezes whom in knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters. Homage to her Ritsi letter, of the shape of syllable, whom by footsteps takes the 3 rows, Meru, Mandara, and Vindhya. Homage holding in her hand the hair-like moon of Deva-like form, with by spoken Tara and a dispelling poison. Homage she whom gods and their kings and the Kinnaras do honor, armored in all joyful splendor, she dispels bad dreams and conflicts. Homage to us, to eyes bright with radiance of sun and full moon, with Vaisara and Tutare, she dispels severe contagion. Homage full of liberating, powered by the set of 3 natures, Drusasos of spirits, Yakshas, and race corpus supreme today. These praises with the root mantras and prostrations thus are 21. If you turn to page 190, we can read the prayer of the benefits. Whoever is endowed with devotion for the goddess and recites this with supreme faith, remembering at dawn upon waking and in the evenings, will be granted all fearlessness. Okay. The multitude of conquerors will quickly grant initiation. Thus endowed with this greatness, one will eventually reach the state of a Buddha. If affected by most terrible poison, whether ingested, drunk, or from a living being, just by remembering will one be thoroughly cleansed. If this prayer is recited 2, 3, or 7 times, it will pacify all the sufferings of torments caused by spirits, fevers, and poisons, and by other beings as well. If you wish for a child, you will get a child. If you wish for wealth, you will receive wealth. All your wishes will be fulfilled, and all obstacles pacified. In the Gold Prayer Book, would you please turn to page 27, and we'll chant the 7 Limb Prayer. Page 27. Gosum gu pe gone cha tse lo Nyo sham hi tu che ti ma lu bu To mene sa di tun tam che shag Ke pa ge wa nam la je yirong Korwa ma tom bar du le june Ndro la churki kolo korwa dong Da shengen an chan chu chen porno. Now turn to page 97, 97 on the same book. And let's chant the short mandala offering. And then we'll turn the page and chant the request to turn the wheel of Dharma. Saji perki shushi metog tamri rabli shi ni degen padi Sangye shindu mikte uwa yidro kunamdad shinla parsho Jetsun lama dampa kyenam kichur kukala kense chujin trig Jitar sampe du zima lajab getcherki charbawab tu so Idam Guru Ratamadalakam Niryatayami.
Good evening. Begin with again tolerant practice. We'll do this number of maybe at least couple of red night. Okay. So, in order to do tolerant practice, what we need to understand is, first of all, the root of samsara. Okay, root of samsara means root of all the problems. The root of all the problems, according to Buddha's teachings, the root of all the problem is like self-grasping mind. Okay, mind that grasp on self-grasping mind. So that's the root of all the problems. Okay. So when you say root of samsara, just think about root of all the problems or all the complications. According to Buddha's teachings, is the self-grasping mind. So, what is self-grasping mind? Self-grasping mind, the mind mind that does not understand the self, but still grabbing very tightly on that. So that's mistake. You can say confusions, ignorance, mistake. So that's mistaken mind. So that mind cause all the problems. So self-grasping mind. So why we need to understand that? Because when you take in, other people's unfavorable conditions through tolerant practice, when you take in, you are the one who's taking in out of compassion, but taking on that self-grasping mind, not on yourself, but self-grasping mind. So the minute you think, minute you feel that you take unfavorable condition of other living beings on the self-grasping mind, then just imagine that self-grasping mind is like disappear for good. So that's the purpose of tolerant practice. But of course you are the one who's doing it, but you are not taking on yourself, but taking on that self-grasping mind. So for the sake of knowledge, this is very, very important. When you explain, this is very, very important. Why that taking on that self-grasping mind? According to Buddha's teachings, that's the root of all the problems and complications that we face. It's not you, is root. You are not the root of all the problems. If you think like that, so that means that you are saying that, like indirectly, you are saying that you are not capable to become enlightened. So then saying that you don't have Buddha natures. And you are saying that you are, inherently troublemaker. So that's not true. That's not true. The actions and the actors. There's two things. The actions, the actors. The actor is capable to be enlightened. The action, as far as actions are concerned, so some of the actions, there needs to be purified, or to stop. Just to stop in order to become enlightened. So that's why I'm saying this self-grasping mind. So now what we do before we do Tonglen meditation or Tonglen practice together as a group. So when we do as a group, the practice becomes more powerful. That's why I choose to do at Wednesday night. We need to think about compassion, what is compassion, and what is loving kindness. In order to develop universal compassion, so that requires some knowledge of Four Noble Truth. Without Four Noble Truth, and there will be it's very, very hard to develop universal compassion. So you have to have knowledge about Four Noble Truth. So then, based on that, wherever you look around, no matter how they looks, what kind of position they hold, if they are not liberated, they still have problems. They still have problems. So there's ground. There is ground to be compassion, to show your compassion. There are ground. There are base. Because that person is not free from problems. No matter what kind of position they hold, no matter how powerful they are. So if they're still not free from problems, that means they have problems. So the compassion only rises when you observe or witness some kind of difficulties that beings going through, whether there's physical difficulties or mental difficulties. So then naturally we do have compassion. It's not like that we don't have a compassion. We do have compassion, therefore we feel bad. We feel sorry, we feel sympathy, because that clearly shows that we feels, the others' pain. We feel, not just understand, and we feel other people's pain. So that's how compassion arises. Without that, there will be no compassion. So compassion only arises when you observe or witness some beings going through some kind of difficulties. So, rangi miyu duchubi dunga janawe simje, the object of compassion is beings going through beings, suffering beings, basically suffering beings. So, beings that going through a lot of problems. So when you see that, then you generate compassion. So whatever object that you may use to do this tolerant practice, you can use as yourself as object, or yourself as object, or you can use your close one, loved one, your relatives. So then when you become good at that, so then slowly you can use stranger as an object. So then you can use what we label as enemy, you can use as object. So then slowly it's become universal. The tolerant, generally speaking, tolerant practice is, like the dedicated for well-being of all living beings. Okay, so you can, if some of you are overwhelmed by your own difficulties, then you can use yourself as object. So then take all the problems, not out of fear, anxiety, stress, simply out of compassion. Okay, out of compassion. Out of compassion. So then you send all your goodness, not just present time goodness from 3 times, in the past, present, and the future, that you can send out to them, towards them, out of loving kindness. When you feel it reach to other beings, the minute you touch and just think they are liberated, then you get immense benefit. You get immense benefit or doing immense benefit. So whether this practice directly impact on other living beings or not, whether practically, whether you can take someone suffering on you or not, that's hard to say. But doing that tolerant practice, towards someone, loved one, close one, relatives, like that, how that benefits. It will immense. You get immense benefit, but benefiting others. So that's very much depend on very unique, special, karmic relationship. Some case it works. Other people have been healed, and some case it doesn't work. But this is all based on causes and conditions. Okay, special or unique causes and conditions. Yeah. So now maybe 1 minute, we visualize our object. And maybe begin with thinking about the compassion, loving kindness. Then we visualize object. Okay, we visualize object. And after that, I will lead the practice. Then you can follow me. Okay. Oh yeah.
It's page 154, LC 95.
Now, second, the practice is how to think something positive when you feel like a difficult thing is like pouring down on you like rain. How to think something positive. When you're overwhelmed by difficulties, and how to think something positive. So next line, so that's the practice. So accepting. Accepting difficult circumstance based on profound understanding of Buddha Dharma. So now the third one, the practice like no matter what kind of appearance, whether they are good or bad, so you use that appearances, whether it's like related to the visual image or sound or smell or tactile or something related to the mind. So no matter what kind of appearances, that you're trying to use those appearances to increase your altruistic attitude, bodhicitta, okay, the base on understanding of the five force. Five powers, based on five powers. Power of determinations, compared to power of familiarities, power of white seed, power of prayers, and then power of number three, the power of regret or something like that. Wonderful. So bodhicitta, I think the Robert Thurman, the way he translates, I think is very beautiful translation. It's called enlightened self-interest. That's what really bodhicitta is, enlightened self-interest. So that is, bodhicitta is precious jewel. It is precious jewel. So if you manage to get that jewel, so then your life is going to be happiness to happiness. Or it's like horse. If you manage to ride that horse, so that horse will bring you to happiness. So why you get discouraged? Shantideva said, why you get discouraged? If you have mind, why you get discouraged riding that horse? Or that horse will heal all the sadness, all the pain, all the problems, Teve chonga kun seves, so chongal, problems, the pain, sadness. So if you manage to ride that horse, so that horse will bring you to free you from all this sadness, problems, pain. Not just that, that horse will bring you happiness to happiness. If you have mind, why you get discouraged to ride that horse? Shantideva said, Tewe chonga kunsewe chanju semji tashune, then dewan do wala semya sushi julu churus. So that horse bring you to happiness to happiness. So right now, when you think about that mind, bodhicitta, it feels like so far to reach, I say, so far to reach, feel like so far away. So no matter how many eons it takes to manage, no matter how many eons to take, to manage to ride that horse, I will never give up. Why? If you manage to ride that horse someday, and that horse will bring you to happiness. So therefore, we should not get discouraged, even though practically it feels like now so far away, but 1,000-mile journeys begin with one step. If you don't take one step, it's going to be still 1,000 miles. If you take one step, it's not going to be 1,000 miles, it's going to be less than 1,000 miles. So doing tolerant practice, verbally, with some understanding, and with some visualizations, and with, with interest, so then that create the cause to ride that horse. It creates the cause to ride that horse. And doing anything, out of, altruistic attitude, feeding, cleaning, all of that, So means when you're cleaning, it's not just cleaning. You can think about, I'm cleaning the negative mindset of all living beings that create the cause to ride that horse, every day. Closing the door, or this is shutting down the door for all the problems. Opening the door to liberation, something like that. Everything that we do day-to-day life, you can think. That's why the power of determinations. Out of 5 powers, the power of determination, that's exactly what it means, power of determination. So when you shower, not just cleaning the dirt, but cleaning is like almost like purification, purifying, cleaning my defilement, my disturbing thought. Not just that, I'm doing that for all living beings. You create the cause to ride that horse. Okay. Yeah. So then now, back to the class. I think we stop at the advice of the, presentation of the advice of mind training text. I think that's where we stop. Every day, good things about every day we can create merit. Every day we can create merit. It's not like it's not that hard to create the merit. So why we need to create merit is the cause for happiness. Happiness is dependent on causes and conditions. It's not just wish that create happiness. So every day it's opportunities to create merit. Small things like feeding a bird. It doesn't have to be huge things, or like feeding of the birds. How is it? Bird bath, and feeding them. If you have rabbit in your backyard, you can feed them, So that's like in the mind. Okay, right now I'm feeding you food, and maybe in the future I'm going to feed you Dharma, Buddha Dharma. Then I'm going to really liberate you. Like, this all comes down on the mindset. Okay. Yeah. So now, it's having understanding of practice is very good. So when you see some tragedy, instead of getting angry, you can say some prayers. It's much better than getting angry. Right? When you watch and you see something, the practice is good things, it's good things you can use for any circumstance, If you're having great time, you can still think about, or may I wish there's, greatness for everybody. What it costs, it doesn't cost nothing. You create merit, You create merit. So, and your intention, okay, I'm doing that, for. Sometimes I heard also from people, they say, oh, Gisela, that sounds like very much selfish. No selfish, no enlightenment, no liberations. We have to think ourselves. We have to think. Everybody's thinking oneself. I think it's also according to Buddha's teaching, you have to think. And they teach you how to think about yourself, not like hurting other people, criticizing other people, harming other people. That's not the best way to take care of yourself. Cherish yourself. Cherish yourself is like cherishing others. That's called enlightened self-interest. It will enlighten you, in the future. So don't say, oh, I always think about merit. That's good news. Don't you think? Is there any problems creating merit? Oh, I'm doing this to create merit, so then I will have more happiness. There's nothing wrong. What is wrong?
Angela, what are the 5 powers, please?
Oh, power of determinations.
Yeah.
Power of white seed.
Of what?
White seed.
White seed.
Then you got a power of familiarities.
Accumulation.
Power of familiarity.
Similarity.
Familiarity. Oh, same, but familiarity. I'm not sure difference between. I don't know the difference between familiarity and similarities. Then, how many you got?
3.
Then, power of prayer. Prayer. So you could say power of regret, or what is called? Huh? Like that. Basically, it's like regret. The power of, I think the makes the power of regret. Power of regret. Regret.
That's
Yeah.
5?
Yeah. You got 5?
Okay. Determination, the white seed, similarity, prayer.
Familiarity.
Familiarity.
Yeah, familiarity. Yeah, familiarity. Yeah. Mm-mm. You got all five?
Determination, white seed, familiarity, prayer, and
Oh,
regret.
okay, good, wonderful. Oh,
Thank you very much.
yeah, you're welcome. Oh. Tene sumja sotuji. Group like good, when we finish this Lamrim part of Guru Puja, I think it's good to have group meditations, group practice, group discussions. I think that create more energies. It benefits everybody. So then this place become special. That's how the place become holy site. A lot of people get together, a lot of different consciousness. They get together, they practice. They're thinking the same word, same meaning, saying the same word. How often we do that? Not very often. If we say all the time same word, there will be no argument. We don't say the same word, there's no argument. So in that here, I think good to know. So to get together. Oh yeah. So you remember Lamala where we stopped?
Stop on the first point. Every yoga should be performed as one. We're talking about eating yoga.
Oh,
Food offering.
oh yeah. Sage is a sage in Nanjo. Sage in Nanjo. Same is food. Food. And here it didn't mention, but I know. So there's like three types of food. When we talk of food, same base mental food. Kamze, that's all this, like food that we eat. There's something like touchable food. Like then there comes among those three food. There's the it's in the bottom. The food that we eat is in the bottom. So then after that, that's called mental food. Then after that, the best one's called concentration food. So people manage to, when they work with their concentrations, so then somehow when their concentration improve, so they generate a lot of joy, like kind of like energies. You don't need to eat much, You don't need to eat much. There's so much joy. Your body, like the immune system, is very much supported by joy that created by concentrations. So, so that's why food offerings, of course, as a Buddhist, before you eat, so we try to offer because seiji pyu means like the essence of the food. We try to offer to Buddha Dharma Sangha. That's the first section. The like food offering prayer is like offering to Lama, Buddha Dharma Sangha. So then after that, then you're trying to generate this unique mindset to see the food as a medicines. It's not just food. You're trying to see it as a medicines, that you are about to use medicines, not just food. You try to see food as a medicine. And to use that, try to use that with positive mindset, not by anger, attachment, judgmental mind, simply trying to use that positive mindset. See, the Dharma is useful. Even when you're eating, you can still think Dharma. You don't say, when you practice Dharma, you cannot eat. That's not true. You can eat, and you can, at the same time, you can practice Dharma. I'm eating this, I'm seeing this food as a medicine, and you're going to use that with positive, without disturbing thought. I'm going to use that with positive mindset, and I'm using it for simply to make my body healthy. No, not necessarily too strong or like too big or too that, just simply to be healthy. Why? Then I can think, create more merit. Oh, that's why, very important to keep this body healthy. Kadampa then, if somebody is offering you food, then you think, may they able to enjoy the best food of concentrations, rest of their life, something like that. You dedicate, you also think about people who are, providing you food. You also think about something good about those, themselves, like from them, okay? That's called the eating yoga. Eating yoga is pretty much like that, eating yoga. Then according to Vajrayana teachings, so then, that get a little bit complicated, and which I don't know very well, so nothing to say. Nothing to say. According to Vajrayana teachings, get a little bit complicated. I will say a little bit, that you are supposed to visualize food as like nectar, amrita, inner offerings. That's how you use them, inner offerings, not just food. That's all I'm going to say, that's all I know. So today, there's the first one, change pesim kone chebalava, pesim kone chebalava, nanjo tamje, sleeping yoga, awakening yoga, and according to Naropa yoga, there's 6 Naropa yoga, or according to Vajrayogini teachings, there's like Nyalda, Dada, there's like 6 of them. Oh yeah, so then like all of that, doing that, all of like that, out of with a positive mindset, then it's going to be yoga. Kekse bodun tamje dajin nyamje sim di chawala lava kekse bodun with exchanging oneself with others, with that kind of mindset that you do what you call kekse, is like exorcism. What do you call exorcism?
Exorcism?
Or when the Catholic ritual, they like
Exorcism.
exo.
When the spirit leaves you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Casting out an evil spirit. It's casting out an evil spirit, that's what you're thinking of?
Yeah, that's kind of rituals. If there's any ritual like that, cake means obstacles. Cell means eliminating obstacles through rituals. Cake cell, doing that not with out of angry mind, doing that with positive mind, exchanging oneself with others. That means another instruction how to practice bodhicitta. Okay. The gejor kangje jungdo chanju semda shamdo dombe shamdo ngwe jetaba labaso. No matter what kind of merit that you're going to create, it's always good to create with positive attitude, altruistic attitude, with bodhicitta. Okay, bodhicitta. Going around the stupa with bodhicitta, drinking morning coffee with bodhicitta, shopping with Lama shopping with bodhicitta, sleeping with bodhicitta, eating with bodhicitta, cleaning with bodhicitta, all of that, cleaning with bodhicitta. Oh yeah, Gejo Kanje. So that's you in the beginning. You with bodhicitta mind, you do all the good things. Okay. So then at the end, then you dedicate it. You dedicate it. Look, today, like what I did when I wake up. So what I did. Then you look your own video, review your own video, day-to-day life video. So then in the end, so if you did something good, give some applause. Huh? Applause. 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 You didn't do very good, so need to have some conversation, you know. Tomorrow, it's not the last day, but there'll be tomorrow, probably, you know, so save your own happiness. Try to do a little bit better. Oh, this year. So then, according to Buddha's teachings, what it says is called dedications. You dedicate. You look, oh, I did that, you know, like, I dedicated that to ride this horse. I really, really want to ride that horse. So I'm going to dedicate that merit to manage to ride that horse. So then it becomes the cause for bodhicitta. Okay. Oh, there's number on the journey. Oh, there's number 3. So I forgot. There's number 3. Number 4 is the eating yoga. Second was like eliminating obstacles to rituals. Second, and there's the number 3. Gejo kanjeju mundu chanju semda shamdungwe jedabal labas. But this is, you know, little bit elaborated. When you look at the 7-point mind training text itself, it doesn't have that many numbers, but it has only 3 or 4. But this is, you know, like, yeah, so elaborating on that. You know. Jidu kangjuya lojungi chodocho labas. So no matter what happens, if I'm having good time, I'm having difficult time, no matter what happened, no matter what kind of circumstance, and use that, you know, to benefit your lojong practice. Make sense? Does it make sense? No? Oh. Yeah, if it's no, then please say a little bit louder. I can hear no. Oh yeah. Jidu kangjungyang lojungi chodocho labas. No matter what happens, something good or something bad, so then learn how to use that to benefit your lojong practice, or your tonglen practice, or the practice that's right after tonglen practice. No? Okay, Kidu Kangjuya Lojong Chodocho Labas. That's number 4. Lojong Labjot. So now this is the presentation of advice of mind training text. It has 22 advice. So now 22 advice. So this is number 4. Okay, number 4. Chi tamji da cheba lojongi tamji soda de so labas. Generally speaking, that's number 5. Now I'm explaining number 5. Generally speaking, all the pledge. Some of you may not have any pledge. That's okay. You know, if you have some pledge, here pledge, you know, mainly like based on Vajrayana teachings. If you receive initiations, you already have some pledge. You know, if you don't receive any initiations, there's not really pledge, you know, that's okay, you know, don't feel, oh, I don't have pledge, you know, so don't feel bad. So some cases probably better. So, oh yeah, generally speaking, all the pledge, particularly the pledge of, you know, lojong practice, lojong tamzi. So we just finished. It's in your book right now. It's in your book, notebook. It's in your notebook. Lojong tamzi so that the sung Allah. I'm going to practice them, even though it costs my life. So these are more precious than my life, because this will create many good things in many lifetimes. Not just this life. This is not the only life. If I lose this one, there will be another one. So therefore, you know, like pledge, generally all the pledge, particularly lojong pledge. So even though it costs my life, so I'm going to keep them like that. You know, that kind of motivation is needed. So that's number 5. So number 6 now. Nimu chemata nimu tenji shinji junjo labas. Nimu chemata nimu tenjis. Difficult, you know. So apply the antidote right away when negative mind arise. Don't just wait, applying the antidote right away when negative mind arise. So then think in the future how I'm going to stop them. I make sure that how it will not continues. Now I'll think about how to cease the continuations of this particular mindset. Could be anger, so forth. To learn how to apply antidote immediately when the negative mind arises. So it says learn. It says lava means practice or learn, primarily probably practice. Therefore, this is not that easy. Therefore, you meditate. You meditate on patience. The advantage of patience and the disadvantage of anger, and you rely on instructions. Then you go by stanzas, downside. This is like according to Shantideva's Guide to Buddhist Way of Life, chapter number 6. There's like elaborate information how to manage anger. If you remember some of the stanzas, then you review them and you think about the meaning. So that's how you meditate on the patience. So then, when your mind is about to get irritated, so then there's a good chance you can apply antidote right away. For the beginner, it's better to avoid the object because you are not in the stage that you can apply antidote right away because you didn't learn and it's hard. So therefore, it's better to avoid the objects rather than sticking with the objects, then try to apply the antidote. So more likely you are going to fail. Sorry to say, that's the reality. So here, what do you say? Space. So I need some space. That's exactly like according to the Kadampa master. That's what you're doing, avoiding object space. So at least you can think a little bit. It's much harder to know. So that's number 6, right? Number 6?
Geshe-la, is there an antidote for being overwhelmed? In other words, when those things, all those sufferings pour down like rain,
Overwhelmed.
and you feel overwhelmed, is there an antidote for that?
The practice right after the Tonglen practice. Practice that we did right after Tonglen practice.
Mm-hmm.
You see?
The one that we did tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right after Tonglen practice.
Okay.
So that need to spend a little more time to read and think about the meaning. So
Because
it's not easy.
No, because my daughter, it's easy, if you can say, well, if you're angry, try to use patience, try to develop patience. So, when I talk with my daughter, she's not Buddhist, but she easily gets really overwhelmed. So, I'm trying to think of an antidote for her that would be something that she could begin to think about.
It's really, so What people do generally what people do when they feel overwhelmed, what they do? Huh?
They take medication
Liz, what
sometimes.
is it? Liz, what is it?
Yeah. Or they cry.
Oh,
You know,
cry is not
crying.
bad. Crying
Yeah,
is
crying's
not
not
bad.
bad.
Crying is not
You know,
bad.
I
It's okay to
suggest that she breathes. You know, that she breathes slowly in, slowly
breathe,
out.
oh.
Breathing.
Yeah, so that's good. That's good suggestion. Doing breathing meditations.
Yeah.
But like.
Cherishing yourself.
Uh,
Cherishing herself. I mean,
yeah, so yeah, that's also good advice
Mhm.
to yourself. But like it's hard because like
Mhm.
people have no. It's very very hard. Like people need to think why is happening. So that is not easy as Dr. Brown, Dr. Robbie. Yeah, please.
Well, it may seem almost impossible at times like that, and it doesn't seem very natural, but doing something for others, getting your mind off yourself and your problems, even if you are not doing it wholeheartedly or with great bodhicitta, just doing something for someone else, I think can be very helpful.
Yeah, that's very good answer, very good suggestion. Like bodhicitta. Dr. Brown, some contributions.
I agree with Robbie.
What do you say?
I agree with Robbie.
Angry with Robbie?
I agree.
Oh, angry. I say, why you angry with Robbie? Robbie
Well, I'm angry at Robbie too,
is
but
very
that's-
good.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, I think like altruistic bodhicitta, bodhicitta eliminated all the, like, yeah, so sadness, feeling down, pain, everything. So,
Guess the one, Tonglen. I think practicing Tonglen in those difficult times.
yeah, but that's also very wonderful. But she needs to be. You need to, if she's willing to listen. I'm not sure. And if she is willing to listen, you can teach her Tonglen practice. Not right that minute when she's feel overwhelmed. Probably not going to help.
Yeah.
Not going to help anything. Anything's not going to help. But teaching some practice. If she has some practice, otherwise difficult. Yeah.
I was just going to say, Thupten Pinde, who was used to visit here years ago,
Yeah.
was a monk for over 20 years, and I asked him. I said, "What's the most helpful practice for dealing with delusions and negative mind states?" And he said Tonglen. I mean, of all the Buddhist practices and meditations and the highest yoga tantra practices that he did, he said day in and day out, that was the one that helped his mind the most. So I thought that was pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's very good. Or thinking something positive, doing something. Robbie said, if you do something positive, if you can't do something positive, then at least thinking something positive. This is not the end of the world. There will be other days. Like otherwise it's hard. So therefore, Buddha said, I can't give you liberations, but I can teach you how to liberate yourself. So that means you need to learn how to liberate yourself. Of course, as a mom, probably you want to solve all our problems, but in reality, that's not how it works. It's not going to work like that. Because she has her own mind, so that mind, according to Buddhism, functioning totally based on her karma, and which you have no clue at all. No clue, it's hard. Or you can, you can do Tonglen practice. You can do Tonglen practice. Use, her as object. You can do Tonglen practice. Because of your karmic bond as a mom and child, it will definitely benefit. So need to watch the watch. 어제 드네 추드비 주소 라마 템파 당서 추드비 sort of practicing dharma. One of the important course of practicing dharma is to having a teacher. Teacher, that means someone who can teach you, explain you materials, all the practices of teachers. And here, Lama is a little bit different than the Western version of teacher. Western version of teacher, you don't have any, like I said, it's just, it's more than that. It's more than that. Okay, so anyway, somebody who can explain. That's the part easy way to say. Somebody who can explain the teachings. That's one of the main component. So the second rangi sim lesurwa chebas. Rangi sim lesurwa chebas. Making your mind flexible, not tight with something. Rangi sim lesurwa. Sim lesurwa means flexible mind. Flexible mind. Having understanding of life as a whole, why things happening, why things changing, and if you have knowledge, that also makes your mind, flexible. Then of course, if you concentrate, that also makes your mind flexible, less wrong. So concentrate. Concentration definitely makes your mind flexible. It balances your flexible, well balanced mind. Make your mind well balanced. Not like up, very high, and then very down, and there's no in the middle. There's no middle way. Or high or down. Oh yeah. So like learning that, practicing that, okay? So this is number 7. Just go on. The number 7 has like 3 parts. First, having a teacher. Second, making your mind balanced, well balanced. Sumba chu dubala ngebar gungiji tunjinam dubal labas. Whatever, all the basic necessity to practice Dharma. So need to have say chu dubala ngebar gube tunjinam dubal labas. So like, you need to have basic necessities. Without that, you can't practice Dharma. So there's a number 7, there's a 3 part, okay? Number 7. So lama la miki manyamba thaje. Lojuna towa manyamba. Domba sumji labja manyamba namla laba. So now number 8 also there's 3 part. Lama la miki manyamba. So now here, Lama, Lama, Guru, doesn't matter. Same, the Guru is Sanskrit word, Lama is Tibetan word. Pretty much, the Lama has qualifications, right? So we already studied that. So how I will know whom to choose as my Lama, or you should know what are the qualifications. In order to do that, you have to understand how somebody qualify as a Lama. So then you, based on the qualifications, then you investigate, Even though it takes 12 years to investigate, there's nothing wrong, So finding Lama should not be like throwing piece of meat in front of the dog. Dog, without thinking, it will just eat, right? How is it? Dog will grab that piece of meat without thinking. So finding a Lama should not be like that. Need to take time, think, and need to learn what are the qualifications, how many qualifications for Lama, somebody to qualified Lama, and you have something to investigate. You are based on something rather than based on nothing. So that's why there's Lama's qualification has been, explained in Lamrim teachings, and there's some kind of qualification from your side. So then you need to learn those. Then based on that, then you can look for lamas. Okay. So once you find the lamas, so then make sure that you don't disrespect them. Disrespect, because nobody forced. You have every right to find lama, not to find lama. Once you find lama, so then disrespecting them is not good, because they give you teachings, they explain your dharma, all of that. Okay. Yeah, even though there are a lot of enlightened beings, we cannot see them. What we see the lamas. That's where we receive our teachings. So it's like once you find the lamas, that lama is much more kinder than all the Buddhas from the 10 generations, because that's the one you receive teaching. So lama, once you find the lama, so then make sure you don't lose respect toward that person, him or her. Okay. The lojo la toa manyamba. So toa means like to do, not just do, happy to do, not just do, happy to do, or happy to practice 7-point, happy to meditate on 7-point mind training, teachings, happy to memorize that. There's only 7-point, and happy to do review meditation, and happy to think about 7-point throughout the day. Happy to do that. Not just I have to do. We don't have to do. We have full right to be miserable or to be happy. We have every right. Lojong toa manyambas. Make sure that then you don't lose that. How I say, you don't lose that. Okay. Happy to do. Happy to read about 7-point. Happy to meditate on 7-point. Happy to think about the meaning of a 7-point throughout the day. Don't let that deteriorate. Lojong toa manyambas. That dombasum jilabja manyamba sumatlabos. If you have any vows like tantric vows, bodhisattva vows, patimoksha vows, if you have any of those, or if you have all 3 of them, so then make sure that those vows does not get deteriorated, or practice them well. So that's number 8. That's 3 part. Number 8. So now number 9. Gosum gewada madra shabalabas. Number 9 is only one part. Gosum is 3 draw, body, speech, mind, called gosum. 3 draw. Why it's called 3 draw? The draw is somebody go in and out. People will go in and out. That's called draw. This is not draw, because nobody go in and out. So the draw, that means all the actions that come in and out, whether it's positive or negative, those are the actions they come in and out from speech, from mind, from body. That's why it's called 3 draws. Okay, gosum. So make sure throughout the day, make sure that so Gishi Bengunja, as I said, used to be robber. During the daytime he robbed people, and he lives on the mountains. At night he comes to the town and he steals from people, thief. So then somehow he become monks, and he become very good monks. And then Gishi Bengunja said, he has 3 guards in 3 doors. 3 guards with a spear. So that those guards make sure that nothing bad comes out or goes in. He guards his 3 doors throughout the day very well. So something like that. That's Gishi Bengunja's like large stories. Gosum gewada madhavacha labacha. Then tamjala churi meba lojong labacha. So number 10, practicing mind training teachings towards everybody. Not like, I'm only going to practice with Patrick because he's so nice, so kind, so patient. I'm not going to practice with Joy because it's kind of annoying. Not like that. Actually, Joy is not annoying. I'm just saying example. Everybody here is like so precious, so good, so nice. But like that, I'm going to practice on these people, not that people, not like that, everybody. Tamjela chori me bolo jang lava, tamjela chori bolo jang lava. Then Kangsha Tamje, that's number 10. Okay, number 10, practicing towards everybody. That's number 10. So we are still in the presentation of 7-point mind training advice. So out of 22, we barely finished 10. So now 12 more to go, so we still have time. Then Kangsha Tamje Lojungi Kangsha Tamje Lojungi Chabar Labas. Kangsha Tamje Lojungi Chabar Labas. Applying Lojong practice towards all the appearances. Is there something beautiful, attractive, unattractive? Like, you're still thinking about it, like something good, like no matter what kind of appearances it is, what kind of appearances. So you use that. Make sure that appearances are dominated by your Lojong thinking, your Lojong practice. Okay, there's number 11. So then now number 12. Rangi Jenda. So check our namla me put the chamni labas. Some people are very, very challenged to do my tolerant practice. For some people, very So then, especially, you have to put more. You have to invest more energy toward that beings. In order to solve the problems. So we'll probably not solve the problem right away, but after a month, after a year, maybe sometime after a couple of years, you don't want to be, you don't mind to be around or see that person, Before, there's no way you cannot see that person. So now, after a couple of months, you don't mind to hear about that person here, there, So then slowly you don't mind to see that person. Then slowly, the forgiveness, all of that. There is rangi drenda. If somebody is competing with you, if somebody is challenging you, if somebody is competing, it's hard to practice Lojong. So they especially need to put more effort to practice towards that person. Okay, rangi drenda the che ka ona mix put the cham labas. Need to put more emphasis on compassion, loving kindness. To practice compassion, loving kindness towards that person. That's number 12. Then, so number 13, now number 13, okay. I'm only going to practice the mind trainings. When I go to Nepal, people are so nice, so kind. One of my friends in Switzerland, Switzerland, she said, she really liked Japan. So I asked, why you like Japan? She said, when you go to Japan, everybody goes like this, bow down. Switzerland is nobody bow down. So kind of interesting. So anyway, some places, like poor places, and people are so nice, like poor people, there are tons of reason to be mean, angry, stressed. But it's other way around. They are so kind. So every little thing you give them, they are so appreciative. So I visited like a number of village in Cambodia. So very, very poor, very, very poor. Just giving piece of bread. They just. Their face just glow, just give them piece of bread. And so since my mom passed away, now almost 8 years ago, so wherever I go, so when I see the lady that like my mom's age, especially that lady don't have anybody to take care, so I usually make offerings, I make offerings, then I'm thinking, kind of selfish, but thinking, that's for you, for my mom, that's what I do as your child. You sacrifice so much for my well-being. So even though you are not here, I'm still doing something that hoping it will help you, like wherever you might be. So then, I help, a little bit more, when I see like that. So I met two of them in Cambodia, two I met them. So they adopt me as their son. But of course, I don't speak, there's no communication, they don't speak Tibetan, I don't speak Cambodian, just look each other. So, poor people, so say, oh, I'm going to practice mind training with them. When I come back to America, I'm not going to practice mind training. It's not like that, okay? No matter, my Lojong practice is not based on the place. It's not, it's like, it's not going to make difference in terms of the place or conditions or circumstance. I will practice mind training wherever I go, like that, okay? That's number 13. Jie Sangye Lama do ba tu tak du lo jong ko la ba shi. Da ningbo du ne zo nyam zo lam la ba. Ningbo du ne zo nyam zo lam la ba shi. So number 14. It's like ningbo du ne zo nyam zo lam la ba. Zo nyam zo lam la ba. Ningbo. So probably there's like Ningbo, that's the essence. Going to practice this 7-point mind trainings as like summary. When you summarize all the essence. So that essence is bodhicitta. That's bodh. If you summarize 7-point mind training teachings, it's bodhicitta. It's not other than that. That's bodhicitta. That's the practicing like that. The number 14. So then, Gejur Minusing, Tsidilla, Tsidi Chavala, Duri Chavaso, Kolo to Pon Labaja, Kolo to. So there's a Gejur Minusing, Tsidi Chavala, Duri Chavaso, Kolo Labaja. Not really like, not putting much energy about thinking something positive, doing something positive, saying something positive, rather putting so much energy somewhere else. So, Kolo took, so I need to probably look, I don't remember all of them. It's Kolo to means six misunderstanding. 6 misunderstanding. Of course, there's probably thousands of misunderstanding. Not just said as Ninja Kola misunderstanding of compassions, misunderstanding of patience. Like what is the misunderstanding of compassions? Jima Kola, like giving a poison, giving a weapons. These are not generosity. Even though it's giving, it's not generosity. No, there's like impure generosity, like giving poison, giving weapons. These are like, even though it's like giving, but it's not really generosity, practice of generosity. Similar here, Ninja Kolasanda. What is it? If you are building one table, that requires a lot of hard work. So you don't mind, you put a lot of effort. That's not patience. If you call that patience, that's misunderstanding of patience. That's just effort. It's not patience. It's not like it's not one of the 6 professions. One of the 6 professions is called joyful effort. That means joyful towards positive things, not like So I will give you next Wednesday. So I will give you this number 6. Okay, I don't remember all of them. So I don't remember all of the ninja colors. Ninja color took. So I think Chöndé Rinpoche explained long time ago when he came, give teaching. Chöndé Rinpoche went through that. So anyway, so it's not that difficult. I don't remember now. That part of the library is closed. Hasn't been open last 17 years. Since I came to America, a lot of my library is closed. Not with seal, but there's no seal yet. But it is closed, so I need to, it takes a long time to open up a little bit. Or color to color, or geja miniji, color to lavaje. Yeah, so now, geja miniji, color to lavaje. Should I finish the 20, the rest, or maybe stop here? Stop? Yeah. And so then I'll stop here. So then, yeah. So 15 out of 22, already cover 15, okay? Yeah. Dageshinya sabe gewante tena luwa kula kameda changso tembe nyembori ndo so. Dedication.
In the goal book, turn to page 235, General Dedication Prayers. So we'll chant the first 4 verses. Gewadi nu dudak lama sangye Dushune drowa chikya malupa te sala gerparsho chanchi sencho rinpoche make pana ke guchi Gewanyampa me payam, gone gondu pewa sho. Jamper pawu jitar kempadam, kudu zampo de yonde jinte. Dedan kunji jesu dalochi, gewa didan tanje raptuno. Dusun shepe gewe tacheki. Noa gala chodum na bade, dashe gewe tawa dikunkang, sampo chuche raptungo wargi. Then page 244 and 245 for the short, long prayer, long life prayers. Gandhira we korwe shinkamde, pendande wa malu jungwene, Chere ziwan tenzing yatsoi, shabe sinte bardu tenkyuchi. Jonu ien ala onjodu, awatare tembara sopa, losan gewe de ton le pelsho, shase jengyo lama sowade. Tupsu chanshin jangun gewe, Tenzing Kyompewe Kunsu Do Potse Choksum Kuwele Muturu Padok So Dushe Kundu Shapten Shok Om Taritu Re Soha 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 Om Taritu Re Soha.
Oh yeah, thank you very much. Have a wonderful night. So maybe like one short announcement. So probably some of you already know the Richard, so has like liver cancer. So then I talked to Richard. So then because of that, I'm inviting one Tibetan doctor from New York City, quite good doctor, good Tibetan doctors for alternative treatments. Because Tibetan medicine is like made out of pure herb, doesn't have chemicals, So I'm hoping, so it will help. And so, and Suzanne and Richard has been like a member of the center long time. So maybe like talking to especially Suzanne, like lost sisters not that long ago. So now Richard has, So if you don't mind to give her a call or maybe or talk to her or something like that. So that's the purpose of having a communities. So we help each other. So then Tibetan doctor will come tomorrow. So he'll be here Friday, Saturday, 2 full days. If some of you are interested to see the Tibetan doctor, then talk to Kim. So, but it's only offering. It's not like, please don't do it for me. So so it's, if you are interested to have diagnosed, maybe have some like so that he checks the pulse and the urine analysis. So that's how they diagnose. And if you are interested, then please talk to Kim. So then Kim will set up an appointment. Okay, yeah. Thank you very much. And also, whenever you do prayer, then please pray for Richard. So right now he's fine. He's okay. He's not afraid, but he's okay. But he's been our friend for a long time. Very devoted to the centers. So both of them. So in any difficult time, if we can just say few words, that helps. Okay? Yeah, thank you very much. Please don't wait for me. I have some work to do here.
Richard's always also asked that we don't call him or talk to him a lot about it. He'd like to remain quiet, private, not secret. Just don't. He asked me to not have people. A lot of people call him or email him or talk to him. Recently, I'm not sure. It's not like a secret. It's just don't stop by or call or email. It's not like you can't talk about it. Just